What's up guys, you have Jagus. I don't normally do 3v3 videos, but I think this one is a special one. I feel like you guys will enjoy this one. Basically, Mortalis, Zebrajeff as Space Marines, Eliminator as Necrons, me as Elder. That's my team, we're on the top side. And on the bottom side we have Don Loso as IG, Fresh Trident as Chaos, and Nelson as Tau. That's their team on the bottom. So let's go from my perspective, I suppose. If you don't know most of these players, a lot of them, have been playing for probably decades or just over a decade. So lots of experienced players here, and that's how you know it's going to be a good game, right? When the pro players have a clash off. Basically, I wanted to go for ranges. When I look at the enemy races, I know that some of these players, with the exception of IG here, don't really get detection early. It depends on if Tau, I suppose, makes the Vespids early. So I was hoping that he wasn't going to do that. So that's why I felt ranges would be appropriate here. Of course, Chaos doesn't make the temple. He won't get the Eyes of the Damned, so no worries about that. Of course, the command squad can get the Psyker, and that'll reveal the ranges. But that's not too much of a problem. I'm not worried about that too much. Eliminator making his 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 generators, and then Zebrajeff going for his barracks, force commander, 2 scouts. Let's see what the bottom team are doing. IG, yeah, he's got his infantry command out here next to the relic. Good placement. The command squad does try to come into my base, but I do chase him away with the rangers. If I was playing Sisters, that command squad would be able to just go straight into my base and start killing my generators. But with Elder, that doesn't happen, and I love that. It's such a breath of fresh air not having command squads running around in your base. Chaos looking like he wanted to go for some kind of nade. Yeah, nade cultists. Plus he is going for a fast tier 2 here, meaning he'll be able to get the infiltration on the cultists. So infiltrated nade cultist build, I suppose. Nelson makes 3 Fire Warrior squads, no Tau commander. And yeah, just really go for that Fire Warrior mass, which can be tough to deal with. 3 Fire Warriors pretty strong, to be honest. So, and he's going for the Path to Enlightenment. I don't think I get the Soul Shrine just yet. I'm just still building up my economy. These Fire Warriors able to snipe the middle from a distance. At this point, this is also where ranges can exceed in this kind of matchup, because without the detection, the rangers can just snipe the Fire Warriors, break their morale, force them to retreat a little bit. Eliminator jumps in with the Necron Lord to disrupt these Fire Warriors, and they kind of split up. 2 squads go down into Chaos's base, 1 back into his own base. Now the Psyker is attached to the command squad, so he can detect the rangers if he needs to. But as you can see, rangers really just picking off Fire Warriors here. Now the Farseer comes in. I also like to use her against Tau. Sometimes she's super useful. Not the tankiest of commanders, but she has really good disruption with her attacks, and also really good morale damage. Pretty sure she's the only commander that, or the commander that has the highest of those 2 things. At this point, Chaos is going for the Machine Pit. Definitely 100% going to see Defilers here. I go to decap the relic, but I saw the Scarabs coming. I felt like it was better if he did it instead, so I let him decap that relic there. And now making a little push here into Tau's base. IG did build infantry command there so that he can transport his units back and forth, reinforce tower if he needs it, or just hide his units inside to fire outside of the building. Rangers pick off another Fire Warrior. Oh, sorry, Pathfinder there. Oh, so that was what was detecting my units. Well, there's also a Psyker there, so... I was wondering at this point why my Rangers were being detected. Actually, it was definitely the Psyker, but... Here come the infiltrated cultists. For some reason I went into melee with my Rangers. That was a strange move. A lot of Rangers died. I have to get them out of the detection range so that they can escape, which they do, luckily, to survive. And at this point, I need some detection for the cultists. But luckily the Librarian does come in time. Nice smite on these cultists here. Pretty much wipes the squad, but here come the Defilers. One Defiler is out. Fresh Trident makes a turret in Tao's base. And look at all this Tau mass. Really tough to deal with this. Farseer trying to get into the action, but we'll have to pull back. This is a lot of... Yeah, Fire Warriors need to deal with 3 squads. Pretty... lots of reinforcements in the squad. So at this point I'm trying to play it safe, just using my Rangers to shoot from a distance here. Cultists tried to decap the middle, but I saw it and managed to wipe them out. Nice Solar Pulse by Eliminator. Stuns the whole Fire Warrior mess, they have to retreat. Falcon out for me now. With this, just because the enemy team doesn't actually have that much in terms of anti-vehicle. So I can use this to snipe. The Bright Lance has quite a long range, as you can see. Does pretty good damage against commanders. I can use this to snipe the Defiler if I have to. Try to get the Rangers in there, but still just that detection was just too big. Now the Warp Spider's coming out here. So at the moment, I really noticed that this team was really bunkering down here. They have some turrets, heavy weapons teams. Don Lozo even going for the turret cheese tactic here where you can shoot through the mountain. Space Marines is tier 3 though, so that's good. Has the orbital relay to do this bombardment. So I felt like since there was so much defense over in this side, I was going to try make an attack on IG's base. Force some of these guys to leave their base to come defend over here. That might, you know, free up some of the defense on this side here. So I remember it was at this point I was like taking out this infantry command, and then right after I destroy it, that is when, so at this point I actually crashed. Like my game crashed. My whole PC didn't crash this time, just the game, and I had that little error message that sometimes pops up there. And I thought that was because of the Necron. If you guys are familiar with the Necron bug, sometimes when you're in a game with a Necron player, the game can crash, but I thought that happens to everyone. I thought it crashes for all players. But no, it was just me in this game, which is unfortunate. So at this point I'm not actually in the game. My units are just idle here. But hey, you know, they're still doing good. Still killing some Fire Warriors. So that's pretty cool, right? There we go, 2 Fire Warriors down. But yeah, as you can see, no control being made there. So while all that is happening, yeah, there we go. SM jumps into Tao's base. At some point he managed to wipe out all these turrets, which is good. So I guess the split attack did kind of work a little bit. Oh man, I feel so sorry for these guys. Like, they probably thought I threw the game, but no, I honest to God, crashed. Yeah, I think Eliminator knows how god awful my PC is, so I think he caught on pretty quickly. Luckily though, both my teammates were ticking, so they're actually in kind of late tier 4 here. Well, Zebrajeff on his way, but Eliminator has the Monolith out. So that was really fortunate that these guys are already in their late tier 4. Meanwhile, the enemy team are still kind of getting there, I suppose. Like the Demon Pit's still being made for Chaos. Don Lozo goes for the full-scale war research. At this point, it looks like Space Marine's attack. He did good. He managed to take out these LPs, possibly some generators, and the Path to Enlightenment, so that's really good. That's a key building you have to try to destroy if you can. So yeah, all is not lost so far. But like I said before, this is a pretty hard line to break through. 3 defilers here, some turrets. Also, Kessikins have joined the battle. Now we have the Lord Destroyer and the Heavy Destroyer here. I suppose the Lord Destroyer can stasis these defilers and then try to possess them one by one, and if he doesn't die, he might force chaos. Well, it's too late. Yeah, the 2 launchers took care of him, no problem. So slowly but steady, the Monolith making its way towards Tao's base. Possessed squads, Obliterators out now from Fresh Trident here. Poor Heavy Destroyer gets caught out amongst these Sentinels and Obliterators. This LP goes down for Zebra. Obviously, this hill doesn't really exist. They just pretend it's there, but it's not really there because you can actually still shoot through it. Land Raider now out. So my team actually had their tier 4 units out well before the enemy team got to theirs. And I think that's going to be the game changer here. However, the Land Raider is caught amongst a bunch of firepower here. The Machine Spirit's ability gets used just to help the Land Raider survive until it can get away. But yeah, it's not easy fighting these, 2 versus 3 battles. Demon Prince joins the battle, but the prize will be able to deal with him quite easily because the prize ability, when they hit an enemy, they slow it and also reduce the maximum health. So very good ability for like the singular demon units, tanky units. Dreadnought's being dropped into Chaos's Defilers. I want to look at the economies. Plus 164 for Necrons, that's really good. And plus 182 to plus 115 for Space Marines compared to plus 117 to plus 74 for IG, plus 135 to plus 89 for Chaos, and plus 162 to plus 56 for Tau. Where is Tau getting all his requisition from? That's pretty high. He only has 2 LP2s. Does he have another HQ somewhere? That seems bizarrely high to me for just that amount of listening post, but anyway. Space Marines and Necrons really working in tandem here now. Just removing IG's buildings one after the other. Obliterators jump in here to help provide some defense. And on the side, Possessed Marines giving these Terminators a hard time. Priors will manage to tie up the Obliterators and put them out of action. Obliterator is really strong unit, but once they get tied up, they just become useless. They move so slow, they can't retreat fast enough. That's why you really need the teleportability when you make them, because they just move so slow. Look at all these heavy destroyers here, and the Tomb Spiders as well. Very strong Necron vehicle, good damage. Look at how quickly this field command's HP goes down, just like that. No more HQ for IG. And once you see that HQ go down, man, that feeling of just stress, pressure being released is pretty strong. Without the HQ, yeah, there's not a lot you can do. A lot of your buildings get locked out. So then it kind of becomes a 2v2 game after this, and because Necrons and Space Marines have their tier 4 out, it's going to be an easy 2v2 to win for them. Leman Rust Tank was out, got out at some point, but Eliminator took control of it. So that's pretty huge. And now... Ooh. Demon Prince goes down. IG still has some heavy weapons teams though, defending Tao's base here. And Tao himself still has some nice defenses. Still just got the Fire Warriors though. No vehicles. Yeah, no Tau Commander. Oh, the Ethereal is out. But just not enough. He needs vehicles, to be honest. But I guess he couldn't make it. Not much space to place the vehicle beacon anyway, because it is a large building. But IG is practically wiped out now. Got to decap these points. At some point, Chaos actually managed to come in and take my points from my empty base, but SM killed the cultists that were doing it. Oh, we got a greater Narlock. Wow, so Nulson did manage to get to tier 4, but there's not much the greater Narlock will be able to do here. It's just gonna absorb a ton of damage and then die without gaining much value at all. I don't know, I personally wouldn't have made the greater Narlock. I would have used those resources to make other stuff. Make a vehicle beacon somewhere. Dreadnoughts still being dropped into Tao's base. You can pretty much drown out your opponent in a wave of Dreadnoughts. They can't stop the wave forever, right? It's like zombie survival mode, but with Dreadnoughts, and it does not end well every single time. One Dreadnought goes down, but another will take its place. Fresh Trident drops a Horror Squad and Obliterators into SM's base. Some Stealth Suits also come in there, going for the base trade. Trying hard to take out Zebra's HQ here. Luckily, Zebra sees it and goes to defend. Using the obliterators to decap, that's a strange move. I guess if they couldn't escape, then that's all they could have done, but I don't know. That didn't seem worth it in that situation. No obliterators for chaos now. It's a really hard fought battle here, to be honest. Tao's base is still holding strong. Zebrajeff's HQ dangerously low on health, but he did manage to save it in time. It's lucky that he went back. Otherwise he would have lost it for sure. Sometimes it's easier to just be like, oh, I'll ignore my base for now and try to, you know, kill the enemy quickly, but you never know. Oh, Deceiver controls some of Nelsen's troops here. That's really unfortunate. For him though, not for us. That's huge for us, so that's great. Eliminated, did you really just delete those Fire Warriors? I don't know, my dude. You can get flack for that, but hey, nothing's stopping you from doing it right. Yeah, it's considered bad sportsmanship to because it's so easy to pull off the Deceiver ability. You can actually delete the units that you capture. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of like a dick move to do, but there you go. Nelson leaves. Said it was over. Yeah, I think he's right. They had a strong defense, but yeah, it just wasn't enough in the end. Once IG was out of the game, it's unfortunate IG didn't get his Baneblade either. I think he got pretty close to getting it out, but obviously the Mars Pattern Command, it's pretty easy to destroy that building. There you go, now it's just Chaos left in the game. Chaos and IG. IG doesn't have much longer for this world. Monolith slowly moving in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Fresh Trident can't stop all these units. And there we go. GG. Well done to my team. Like I said, when I crashed, I thought everybody crashed, but then Eliminator, he's my friend, hit me up and told me that they won that game, and I was like, what? So I had to check it out for myself. And yeah, I